So right now that's roughly 15 minutes between a block getting created and being published in a batch to Ethereum for DA and blobs. And then proof-of-proof miners will see that new block on the network or a nearby keystone. And I'll quickly cover the keystone piece. Basically, you don't want to publish a ton of unnecessary data to Bitcoin. And because Bitcoin has a block time of 10 minutes, there's no point in publishing 100 block headers and then them all getting recognized by Bitcoin at once, basically. So we have this keystone period set to 5 minutes. That's based on half the Bitcoin block time. Going much below that, you're paying a lot for publications and not getting the benefit. But every 5 minutes, there's a keystone block every 25 blocks. And then proof-of-proof miners take that Hemi block header and publish that to Bitcoin in a Bitcoin transaction. And then Hemi uses that for fork resolution. So if there is ever a fork, so if multiple competing versions of Hemi's chain that are internally consistent, they could be valid chains, they're not invalid state transitions. If those got published to Ethereum DA, then the fork resolution protocol uses those publications on Bitcoin to decide which chain's actually canonical. And the end result of that is you get a system where when it's operating normally, you get Bitcoin finality after 90 minutes, and everyone can see that it would be impossible for the fork resolution algorithm to ever get off of this chain up to this point, because it would need other publications of an alternate chain published to Bitcoin blocks that have already been mined. So you'd have to revert those Bitcoin blocks basically to retroactively insert data to get fork resolution to say, okay, it's not this chain anymore, it's now this chain over here. And so you have this wave of Bitcoin finality that slowly chunks up the chain in Bitcoin 10-minute intervals. And after about 90 minutes, you get Bitcoin finality. Again, that it can't be reverted without attacking Bitcoin itself. Or if there is an attack ongoing, the attacker has to publish headers of their attack to Bitcoin, at which point it's publicly visible to everyone. So you either see there is no attack going on and the chain is secure up to this height unless there's a Bitcoin reorg, or there is somebody who's doing an attack on the chain. They're publishing these headers to Bitcoin in lockstep with the legitimate quote unquote publications. Everyone can see that and they know to wait until that situation resolves and one of the two forks gets chosen as finally being, true Bitcoin finality, and the whole network agreeing and reorging onto that one single agreed upon chain.